Well, it's time for my second review of 2012, and it's quite early for me to do my reviews. So I usually do it on a weekend, but I want to do it today because it's just so good. This film really got me talking so much that I wanted to do this now. The film I'm talking about, the film I'm reviewing today, is Warhorse. We've just come back from the cinema in Southampton and to see the film. This is a Spielberg film. This is Spielberg's E.T. type of film, basically, which means it's a crying type of film. Before I explain the film, let me just say I'm not being impressed with Spielberg too much since the last film I was impressed with him was obviously people will say E.T. and that. I mean, it wasn't too bad, but there has to be many films that really. I mean, I was pissed off with Indiana Jones. I was the fourth one, and I was not all keen on Tintin. But the story for Warhorse is this horse which was born, then it was found, and it was breded, and then it was bought by accident by the kid's father who wanted it in a way to outbid someone that lot, and then it goes on and it trains him up to do some stuff and that lot, and then at the end, in the middle, he has to be sent to the war and that lot, where he sells him off to the war and that lot to fight in the First World War. And there's some other things in it I really want to say, but I don't want to spoil the film for anyone that's planning to see it. I think it's a really, really, really good film. I've not seen a great Spielberg film in a long time. In fact, people will say the last good one was E.T. In fact, I really loved. I think Jurassic Park 1 was the last great Spielberg film, a great Spielberg film, not the last good Spielberg film, the last great Spielberg film, and you know, I think this is such an epic, such an incredible, such an awesome, incredible film. I mean, how can I explain it to you? I think it's when you see a film that good, you don't know what to think of. I mean, there's so much to think about this film. Obviously, the way Spielberg filmed it, absolutely impressive. I mean, the actors. I mean, the guy from Sherlock Holmes was absolutely incredible. Or was it Armstrong or something like that? No, it was from Sherlock Holmes. Absolutely incredible. And then we had so many great performances. And then we had the horses, which were really, really good. And it did fill me. I mean, I don't think there was a dry eye in the film. And then what peed me off though was the review The Guardian gave, and I mean, I read The Guardian all the time. I like The Guardian reviews, but the review saying it's alright. It's all just about sentimental crap. It's more than just a sentimental film. If you read the book Warhorse, you would understand it's more than sentimental crap. It's about this horse, and he's helping everyone out. I mean, everyone out in the film. He's trying to do his best for any person that has heart. And for me, and I sound gay and that, but I did shed a little tear. I did shed a little tear in the film. Not crying like a weeping baby, but I did shed a tear. And I think, for me, that's what these type of films Spielberg does. And what's wrong with that? What is wrong with that? I ask. And I think I think it's such a really, really, really good film. And I mean, it's a shame that it's not being nominated for an award. And well, it's won for a few technical awards, but that doesn't really matter. I mean, it's a shame it's not being nominated for Best Director, because I mean, not to win it obviously, but to be acknowledged for it. But I mean, I understand the reasons. There's some other greater films, but it's such a good film. It's such a good film. And I'd like to know why it's not a good film. Because if you've seen the film, you would know that this is a really good film. This is possibly one of Spielberg's best films. I think it's better than Saving Private Ryan. I think it's better than E.T. And I think it's better than his early work. But I think this is one of his really best films to date. And I think this is, for me, one of the best films we've seen so far in 2012. God, I hope more films are like that this year. Or different, but in terms of quality, God, I hope there's more films like that. There's a way to start things off.